So, and here we are again with a blind playthrough of Over the Misty Mountains Grim. So I think that this is probably the second one, and the Caverns Deep and Dungeons Dim is the third one. So I played them out of order. This one is a little bit more complex in the setup. You have two encounter decks. The first one is consists of Over the Misty Mountains Grim and Western Lands, which is the active deck in the first instance. So quest deck 1A. And then we've got the Misty Mountain Goblins and the Great Goblin deck, which is inactive at the beginning of play. So we're going to put it aside. We have Elrond, Glorfindel, Legolas, Bilbo Baggins, and we are going to see what happens here. And we did escape the trolls, but we were unable to get any loot, as it were, so we didn't get any of the weapons, but we made it through. So we will see what we will see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. We've got Resourceful, Unexpected Courage, Master of the Forge, Great Yew-Bow. I suppose this will do. We're not going to mulligan. We're going to draw the 7th card, and it's a test of will. So what we're going to do is we are going to play Unexpected Courage on Elrond. Whoops. We're going to play Yew-Bow on Legolas. We're going to use the Master of the Forge, which we're going to exhaust. And we're going to look at the top 5 cards of our deck to see if there are any attachments. And there is, and we're going to take it. It's the Burning Brand. Then we're going to shuffle our deck. So, exhausted. And then we're going to quest with Elrond and with Bilbo, and that's 4 quest. And our threat is 28. I'm going to turn over the card. When revealed, each player may search his deck for one treasure which we don't have. So, after a refreshing stay in the house of Elrond, Bilbo and his companions resume their quest for the Lonely Mountain, but to reach Erebor, they first have to climb the high pass over the Misty Mountains. So we're going to quest, like I said, for 4. And we're going to draw 1 encounter card, and it is Guffawing of Giants. When revealed, the first player chooses 1 stone giant in the staging area. But were we supposed to put some out? It doesn't say so. No. At the end of the quest phase, that stone giant engages the player. If there are no stone giants in the staging area, search the encounter deck for 1 stone giant and add it to the staging area. Okay. So, the first player chooses a stone giant in the staging area. If there are no stone giant cards in the staging area, search the encounter deck for 1 and add it to the staging area. So, this doesn't happen. We don't engage, because it says if there aren't, then you have to put 1 in, and then, it doesn't say and then make them engage it. So, we quested for 4. He's got 4 threat. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So nothing happens, everyone refreshes, everyone gets a resource. Threat goes up by 1. We draw 1 card. We're going to play Resourceful on him, and we're going to play the Gondorian Spearman. We're going to exhaust the Craftsman, Master of the Forge, and we're going to get the Light of Valinor into our hand. We're going to quest with Bilbo, with Elrond, and we're going to quest with Glorfindel, which means we quest for 7, but we also have to put up our threat by 1. And we have 4 in the staging area against us, and we draw 1 card, and it is the Overhanging Rock. Well, Overhanging Rock is the active location. It gains action, spend 1 pipe resource to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Add 1 of those to your hand and discard the other. That's a really good one. So we have 6. So this means that we put 1 on the short rest, which then goes away, and we get the Mountain Pass. When he peeped out into the lightning flashes, he saw that across the valley the stone giants were out and were hurling rocks at one another for a game, and catching them and tossing them down into the darkness, where they smashed among the trees far below, or splintered into little bits with a bang. When revealed, search the encounter deck for 1 copy of Stone Giant and add it to your staging area. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Reveal 1 card per player from the encounter deck and add it to the staging area. So let's check. I don't think that there is a second Stone Giant in there. There isn't. So that's it. So now we're going to reveal another card, and it is the Cave Entrance. So now we have 7 for 7. And we're going to travel to the Overhanging Rock. So now we've got 5 in the staging area. We're now going to refresh everyone. Everyone gains a resource. We draw a card. Our threat goes up to 30. We put Light of Valinor on Glorfindel. And we're going to turn the Master of the Forge over. 2, 4, 5. And we're going to take Unexpected Courage into our hand. Oh, sorry, he actually gets 2 resources because he's resourceful. So, since this is the case, unfortunately there isn't... Oh, yes, we can put the Burning Brand on him because now we've got 2 resources. And what we're going to do is we are going to spend 1 of Bilbo's resources to look at the top 2 cards of our deck and get 1. And what we're going to do, and then and discard the other. Okay, well, if I'd read this, I wouldn't have done it because I don't want to discard any cards, at least not just now. So we'll just have to shuffle this. And then we're going to quest with essentially everyone except Glorfindel. So we quest with Elrond for 3, Glorfindel for 3, so that's 7, again against 5, and we draw a card. And it is, when revealed, discard all Baggins resources. That's fine. So that's 5 against 7. So we put 2 on the active location. And now the question is, do we want to kill the Stone Giant? If we do that, we've got 5, 6 against, so we would only do 3 damage. Well, not just now. So we're going to draw a card. Threat goes up by 1. Everyone refreshes. Everyone gets a resource except Elrond, who gets 2. We look at the top 5 cards. 4, 5, and we get a Protector of Lorien attachment. I really like the Master of the Forge. It's a really good card. Powerful ally. And we also drew a West Road Traveller. And we're going to attach, well, sorry, we're going to do it like this. We're going to attach the Protector of Lorien to Legolas. And then we're going to quest for 1, again for 7, no, for 9, actually. So we quest for 9. X is the number of players in the game forced. At the end of the round, remove X progress tokens from the current quest. That's fine. So we have 6 over 9. So 1 goes here and 2 go here. This goes away. We travel here. And we remove 1 from here. And that's it. Everyone refreshes. We exhaust the Master of the Forge, we look at the top 5 cards, and we get nice attachments, and it's going to be Asphalloth. Has to be. 2, 1, 32. We put Asphalloth, actually plus, no, it doesn't matter really. We put Asphalloth on Glorfindel, which means we exhaust him immediately to put 2 on this nasty, nasty, nasty thing over there. We are going to quest for 1, 9 again. And we have 5 in the staging area against us. 6, reveal the top card of the encounter, discard pile and add it to the staging area if able. Yes. So that's 8. So we put 1 on here. And we're going to take down the Suspicious Crow. We're going to defend with the Gondorian Spearman, which means that the attack immediately fizzles out because it takes 1 wound immediately and it expires. Everyone refreshes. Oh yeah, and we actually, no we don't, doesn't matter really. So we're going to take the top 5 cards. We're going to take out, we're going to take out the Song of Wisdom. Two, 3, 2, 2. And now is a really good time to put the Song of Wisdom on Glorfindel. And that's all we're going to do. Then we're going to quest for 9 again. Against 5, 7. I'm not sure if we actually increase the thing. We will do it now. Thread is 33. And that's 10. So we are going to use the ability here. We're going to discard the Light of Valinor so that we even it out. We remove this. No, we're actually going to use our friend Asphaloth, and then we're going to travel to the Dreary Hills. Everyone refreshes. Going to use the Master of the Forge again. See if there are any attachments that we can get. There aren't any, so this goes away. Shuffle the deck. Increase our immediately 4, 3, 4, 2. We draw one card, and it is a Gondorian Spearman, and we are going to put it out there. We are going to use this. Did we attach the song to anyone? So we're going to reduce our threat to 28. And then we are going to quest again for 9 against 7 in the staging area. Discard all non-treasure, non-objective attachments in play. Oh dear. Okay. So be it. There is nothing we can do, unfortunately. Which means 4, 5, 6, 7. Against 9, so we put 2 on here. Now we have to discard 1 card, and it is the Will of the West. That was unfortunate, because that would have been our one way of actually bringing back our deck. So 3, 3, 1, 5. Master of the Forge exhausts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that actually was very nice because we got the Unexpected Courage back, which isn't too shabby. So now what we're going to do is we're going to play Elrond's Council. So that's then 30, 29, 28, 27. Yeah, and so we get questing power of 2, 5, 6, 9, 10. Against, well, yeah, we should have travelled. We would have travelled against 5, against 7, it means we put 3 on here. We travel there, and everyone refreshes. 4, 4, 2, 6. We draw a card, and we it is an attachment, the favor of the lady, which we're going to give to, no we're not, actually, because we're going to do this again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and luckily we get the burning brand. We're going to give it to Elrond. And then we're going to give him unexpected courage. Then we're going to quest for 2, 5, 5, 8, 9. Against 6. Yeah. So this now engages us. We have to remove one ally, which we control. So then we're going to defend with Elrond. He ignores any shadow cards. This guy does 3 damage against 6 damage, so Elrond takes 3 wounds. We're going to... No, actually, this guy defends, sorry. This guy defends, we put 1 wound on the giant. He dies. We're going to attack for 3, 6, so that does another 3 damage, so we're now at 4. And now would be a good time in the next round to get our friend Gandalf. And we had 9 against... Yeah. Nine against 6, 7, so we put 2 on this. Now we draw a card, and it is the Great Yew-Bow. 5, 5, 1, 5. Going to put the Great Yew-Bow on him. And then we're going to quest for 5, 6 against 2. Against 4, so we put 2 on this. So we're going to do this again. And then we're going to, oopsie, put 6, so that does 5 damage, and he's done. Okay. Yeah, so what does this teach us? We always have to keep one spirit resource behind so that we can actually deal with this really terrible event card. 1, 3, 5, 8, 9, 8, yeah, 8. 8 over 4. Over 6, so 1 goes here, 1 goes here, and we're going to move here. Everyone refreshes. 4, 7, 8, over 4, over 5, over 6, so we put 2 here, and we're gonna kill it, which means we put 5 progress. Oh, actually we would have put more on this because we killed the giant using Legolas, and that means that we put 2 on the current quest. Everything refreshes. Threat goes up by 1. Okay, we have to remove 1 resource. Okay, draw a card, event. That's all we're going to do. 2, 4, 7, 8, over 5, over 6, over 7, which means we put 1 here. We take away 1 resource. We go here. No, actually we're going to 5. Going to move here. These 2 are going to come down. We're gonna defend with Elrond for 1 of them. And we ignore the shadow card, and we're gonna kill it. We're gonna put 2 on this. And we're going to use our friend here. He gets the, from this, nothing happens. So that's 1 over 1. And then he does this and kills it. And that's it. And everyone refreshes. And we draw a card. Threat goes up by 1. 3, 5, 7, 7. We got the Westfold Horsebreaker, which we're going to bring out. We are going to play this. No, we're not. We are going to play the Favor of the Lady. And then we're going to quest for 1, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10. Against 4. Well, I think not. So this means we have 3. So we put 3 on here, which brings us to 10. We travel over here. Everyone refreshes. We draw a card. 6, 1, 2, 6. 32 threat. Rivendell Blade. We're going to quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Over 2. Over 4. So it means we put 6, so that's 3. And then we put another 3 on here. So we're now at 11. So everyone refreshes and we travel to the lowlands. So now we've got 2 in the staging area. Everyone gets a resource. I'm actually liking this quest quite a lot so far. And we get our Gandalf. So now we're at 34. And we are not going to play Gandalf just yet because we don't need him. 1, 2, 4, 6, 9, 10 over 2. Discard all resources. Okay. So that's 8, 5. And we travel here. 5, which means this one is triggered. Out jump the goblins, big goblins, great, ugly looking goblins, lots of goblins, before you could say rocks and blocks. When revealed, shuffle all encounter cards back into the encounter deck and set aside inactive. The second encounter deck becomes the active encounter deck. Then shuffle the, search the encounter deck for the great goblin and add it to the staging area. Then shuffle the encounter deck. So this is our... Well, I don't know, I think that probably... Yeah, that would have happened before we travelled anyway, so yeah. So we look for the Great Goblin first. There it is. After the Great Goblin attacks, discard X numbers of cards from the encounter deck, where X is the number of players in the game. Add each Goblin enemy discarded by this effect to the staging area. Okay, goody. So, players cannot defeat this stage unless the Great Goblin is in the victory display. When revealed, reveal 3 encounter cards per player. Bilbo Baggins may spend X resources to reduce the number of encounter cards revealed by X. Okay, so first of all, we search for the Great Goblin and we add it to the staging area. Then we're going to discard 1 and we're going to just reveal 2. Okay, so 34, so they're both going to attack. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring down the Great Goblin and the Goblin Swords. We're going to feint the Great Goblin. What does it do first after the Great Goblin attacks? Yeah, no, we're going to feint the Great Goblin. Then we're going to defend against this Yoki. We're going to ignore this because 3, 3, blah. And then we're going to attack for 3, for 6. Or are we? Yeah. So this one's dead, so we put 2 on here. So the feint goes away. We're going to draw a card. Everyone collects a resource. And then our threat goes up to 35. Let's see what we got. We got, oh nice. So first of all we're going to play Gandalf. We're going to put Protector of Lorien on him. We're going to play Gandalf. Which means we're going to put 4 on the Great Goblin. And then we're going to, since we don't have any cards left, we're going to do this, and we're going to bring down our threat by 6 to 29. Then we're going to quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Whoops. We have 2 against which we're questing. 4. So we have 6 that we put on here. So we're now at 8. While the Great Cavern Room is the active location, engage the goblin enemy must deal 1 damage to a character he controls. So we're just not gonna... Oh, only then. Okay, so we're not going to do anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to defend with Gandalf. 5, We exhaust one character we control. 3. So we're going to exhaust. We're not going to exhaust anyone. We're just going to exhaust Glorfindel, like so. So he takes 1 damage. Doesn't matter. So we're going to 3, 6, 8 against 2. That's 6. So the is done. Then we're going to unexhaust everyone. Now, if we had the Istari card, we could actually unexhaust him and then exhaust him one more time, because we do get a player action possibility. So then we collect resources. 2. We draw our card. Gandalf goes away, and we get another Gandalf. Woohoo! So that's 30 now. And what the heck, we're going to play Gandalf for 1. And we're going to, I think we are going to reduce our threat by 5. And then we're going to travel like crazy, we're going to quest like crazy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. Against 7. Oh yeah, we put 2 on this because we killed him. So we put 5 on the quest. We need to travel. And we must travel there. There is no other option. Gandalf goes away. We draw a card. Increase our threat by 1. We gather resources. 4. 2. 5. 3. And we got the Will of the West, and we're going to use it, and we're going to set it aside, and we're going to take our discard pile, and we're going to put it and shuffle it back into our normal pile. I mean, we're almost done. We're at 15, we need 20 to complete this quest. I like this quest. We have 5 in the staging area. We're going to quest for 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. Against 5. Against 9. So we put 1 here. Okay. We get a burning brand. Can't do anything with it. 5, 2, 6, 4, 1, 3, 5, 10 against 9. It's not good. Against 12. How still okay, so we exhausted 1 character we control. Or are we going to bring him down actually? No, we're actually going to bring him down. So that's this. Plop. Dead. We put 2 on this. So that's now 17. And everyone refreshes. Put up our threat by 1. And we draw Arwen Undomiel. She's not going to really help us, but that's fine. And then we're going to quest for 1, 3, 5, 10. Against 5, 9, 12. Put it up by 2. Oh, sorry. It is the active location. We would have had to deal 1 damage to a character we control, and we would have given that damage to, well, I guess Arwen. So, and we're going to deal another damage to Arwen. Doesn't really matter. We're going to defend with Elrond, and then we're going to kill it by using our lads, and that's going to put 2 on this, which brings it to 19. We're almost through. So we're going to refresh everyone. 6, 2, 4, goes up by 1. Yeah, so we're gonna have spent those. Going to bring out Arwen, going to bring out her. It's 4 is 2. Gonna quest like crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11, and we are going to do it 14. Over 9. Over 9, over 11. So we put 2 on this and we put 1 on this, and it means we're done. Okay, so that was a really nice romp through Middle-earth. I really enjoyed that one. This was a very nice quest to play, not just because I won, but because you could actually build up a strategy. And it is one for a middle-of-the-road deck. So basically, if you've got card draw, if you've got a little bit of card draw, it's a good one. It also means that you can use what I would call ancillary cards, like, you know, Test of Will, etc. And I have to say it was an overall nice game, which I thoroughly enjoyed. The problem is you don't get anything for it. You just go through it, and unlike the other ones, you don't really get any reward. And the ones where you could get a reward, we either completely lost. The one where you're in the cave and Bilbo is riddling away with a golem. I have no clue how you can win this, because I've tried so many times, and either he got killed or well, mostly he got killed, because I was able to get cards back using Will of the West, but essentially I was unable to get enough riddles done, because obviously there is also the fact that they will take away your progress. There is one or a couple of cards that take away your progress on the riddle stage, and then of course if you don't have any cards that correspond to the riddle itself, you lose. And then Bilbo gets attacked, and this can only happen 3 times. And I haven't managed to do this. So I think the problem is that you cannot really help Bilbo by, for example, having cards that are sentinel, where you can say, okay, well, you know, he could defend, so the Gondorian spearman could defend Bilbo. That doesn't work. So that's very unfortunate. because I honestly don't see how you can win, because it forces you to shuffle your deck every single time. So even playing cards that allow you a little bit of foresight, deck management, don't work. That's a pity, but hey, that's the game. So this means that we've played all 3 games in the first installment, and then we're going to progress to the second installment of The Hobbit. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.